All right, what's up, YouTube? Hello, everyone. So this is my first ever YouTube video. A little quick, try to see if I need to adjust the height. That'll be good. So quick, I'll just slouch. Quick bit about me. My name's Dalton. I'm a personal trainer, an online coach, run my own deal. I've been doing that this year, so I started that at the beginning of this year. Fitness is something I've always been passionate about. I'm 26 years old now, and I've done fitness for the better part of a decade. If you count high school with sports and stuff, then I've been doing fitness now for 10 years, over 10 years, roundabout. But that's evolved for me over time. I was a runner. I played basketball, baseball in high school, so naturally fell into running when I graduated. Then I realized how weak I was and I wanted to get into lifting, so I started powerlifting, put on a bunch of weight, wasn't happy with how I looked, so I started bodybuilding. And then I met a regionals athlete, probably 2018. I think 2017, 2018, I met a CrossFit regionals athlete. He had me do an open workout, and that's kind of the rest is history, so to speak. I've been doing CrossFit or a mix of that style of training since then. I incorporate bodybuilding still because I enjoy it, and I think it's very important for not only aesthetics and muscle mass, but health and longevity as well. Giving your body a break from the super high intensity CrossFit style workouts is good every so often, so I try to incorporate that stuff weekly, and I feel like that's what separates me in terms of my fitness and my physique, the way that I look. So yeah, I've been doing it for a pretty good while now, and now I get to coach people, which I'm very thankful, very blessed to be able to do that. I enjoy it a lot. So this is me sharing my journey from here on out. I hope to encourage people to move their body in the right way. I think the fitness industry as a whole there's a lot of negative, there's a lot of lying, there's a lot of bad image, I guess is the way to say it, of people trying to portray themselves as something that they're not, or they're lying as to how they got to where they're at. Maybe, with editing photos and videos, and people taking drugs and not being honest in what they're eating or what they're doing to look a certain way, and then they're misleading people in how to achieve the same goals or achieve the same results. I kind of just want to go against the grain. I want to be honest, I want to be transparent, I want to be truthful in my approach to fitness and help people understand that it's more than just what you look like. It's more than numbers in terms of what you're moving, benching and deadlifting and squatting and all that stuff. It's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of weight you're moving. It doesn't matter what you look like, as long as you feel good and you're pursuing health in your own way. And that's going to look different for everybody. So I kind of want to encourage people to find what that is for you, and don't get caught up in social media. Don't get caught up in what you're seeing, because a lot of it's fake. I know that from experience. I've been to a lot of gyms. I've been around a lot of people and influencers, and I can tell you that a lot of it's marketing. It's them trying to sell you. Fitness is a business now, so there's a lot of tactics involved, a lot of sales gimmicks involved. And that's what I want to go against. That's why I want to be different. I just want to help people see a different path and understand that this isn't, this is a lifestyle. It's not a means to an end. This is something that you should adopt and incorporate throughout your life for your entire existence. So, long story short, I want to motivate people to be healthy and move their bodies. So today, I'm going to show you what I do for my workout. I will edit and show you kind of what I've done throughout the week. So I've got a few workouts I'm going to show you. I won't show you the whole thing. I'll just kind of show you some clips and show what I did. But I will show you what I'm doing today. So it's Saturday. So today we have a barbell cycling workout. So we're gonna do snatches and clean and jerks for 5 rounds. So it's 5 rounds for time, 6 snatches, 6 clean and jerks. It's supposed to be at 155, but stimulus. So CrossFit, functional training, you always should focus on intensity over volume. And if, you know, in the notes, the coach's notes or whatever the intended stimulus is what you should primarily focus on. So if you need to scale accordingly so that you can hit that stimulus, you always should. I could move the 155, but I'm not going to be able to do it in the time that it recommends or the goal time. So we want to be able to accomplish this in about 6 to 10 minutes. And if I were to do 155, it would probably take me 10 to 12, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go 135 and see how it works out, see how it times out. So it'll be 5 rounds, 6 snatches, 6 clean and jerks at 135. And that'll be the barbell cycling portion of today. That'll kind of be my like strength or strength endurance. Just working on, I suck at cycling 135. My technique breaks down, I blow up. Isabel is not a good workout for me. Grace, however, is. For some reason, I'm a lot better at clean and jerks than I am snatches. So that'll be a good workout for me to work on just cycling that weight under fatigue, focusing on drilling that technique. I'm gonna focus on quick singles. But that'll be the first portion, and then I'll check back in with you and we'll go over the second. I'm gonna get a little bit of a leg pump, some leg endurance in. I do have a family get together this evening, so it's about 2 o'clock right now. I'm gonna try to get everything in an hour, which is great. You don't have to be at the gym. You don't have to be at the gym 2-3 hours to get a great session in. If you're intentional and you focus and you use your time wisely, you can get a lot done in that 60 minutes, and that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna warm up real quick and I'm gonna speed through this so you will see a fast edit of me warming up starting now. All right, we're ready to go. The shirt's coming off, or the hoodie's coming off because I need a belt. I'm just gonna wear a belt. And I don't understand copyright yet, so I am gonna be playing music. So it'll go silent when I start, but that's gonna happen here. I'll start in 3, 2, 1.
135 was perfect. I went 8 minutes and 10 seconds. And 10 minutes, I wanted to go faster than 10. I wanted to hold an EMOM pace. And that'd be like if I was blown up. That's about as slow. That's about as slow as I should have went on that. So 10 minutes, anything faster than that, I'm good. That means I did Isabel and Grace. 8:10, which is good for me. I'm not great at cycling 135 on the snatch. I get my shoulders blow up. I mean, my shoulders blow up. I break down with technique. So the first 15 are not comparable to the second half. First half versus second half is usually bad, but I felt consistent there. I feel like I held a good, steady cadence the whole time. I slowed down a little bit there at the end. My shoulders, that's what I was going to say, my shoulders got really pumped. More so than I thought from the, on the jerks. I was having to use a lot more leg drive on the snatch. It's a little bit more explosive. So going from that into the clean and jerk, I was using a lot more shoulders on the jerk to save my legs. So going from that last clean and jerk into the first snatch, it felt weird. It felt awkward in rounds 3, 4, and 5. You might be able to notice it, or you might have noticed it as I was going there, but it felt weird. I don't know, I'll have to look back and see what it looked like. But intensity, that took me less than 10 minutes. I got 30 reps in on a snatch, 30 reps in on a clean and jerk, so good volume, quick, fast, efficient. That was pretty tough, so I'm gonna take like 10 minutes. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go get my carbs. I got a couple apple sauces that I'm gonna eat. I'll show you those real quick. And then we're gonna hit a little bike air squat piece with a vest. 12 minutes, so total working volume today will be around like 22 minutes, which is good. And I can fit that within that hour. I've got about 25 minutes, so I'm gonna rest 10. I'm gonna rest about 8 to 10 minutes and then get the vest on. I'm warm, so I don't have to warm up for it. I'm just gonna go into it and I'll explain that. I'll explain part 2 here in just a second, but I'm gonna go grab my apple sauces. Oh. All right, so part 2, I got my vest on. I'm gonna have 2 little go-go squeezes. There is the nutrition label. See if I can get it to focus. Yeah, so if that's backwards, it's 16 grams of carbs per pack, so about 32 grams total. If you're not keeping your go-go squeezes in the refrigerator, you're not doing it right. But I like to get some carbs in when I'm training, especially as much volume as I do. Having carbs between pieces. Sometimes liquid, I use like liquid carbs, or I'll do honey or applesauce, something that's not gonna sit heavy on my stomach, something that's going to digest quickly and keep me fueled, keep me energetic for the duration that I'm here. So I'll eat these. So good, they're so much better cold, God. I'll have these and then I'll knock out this second part. It's gonna be every 3 minutes for 4 rounds, 1,000-meter bike erg, max air squats with the vest on. The goal is to hold a sub 2,000 meter and then across the 4 rounds accumulate more than 100 air squats. So I have to get 25 or more every round, which is doable. Hopefully pushing it closer to like 120, 130, but we'll see. Maybe even, gonna be 40, 80, 120, 160, maybe 150, I don't know, we'll see. But definitely gotta get more than 100. But this will be part 2, and then I'll be done for the day. See if I can get the focus. 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 It's kind of dark and there we go. There we go. Just needed a second. All right, I'm done for the day. I started my session at 2:15. It's 3:20, so if I wasn't fooling with the camera, I would have been done in less than an hour, which is the goal. Get a power hour in. That bike air squat piece did what it needed to. My legs are pumped. Quads are pumped, they're done. Good squat volume. Good for my knees, good for my hip, just to get a lot of reps in, loosen everything up, get everything warm, full of blood. Yeah, so that's a Saturday session. Relatively lower volume for me, especially for the weekends. So I should feel pretty good tomorrow. I will also show you some clips of what I did, not everything, but a few pieces I did throughout the week, just so you can see how I train. Had some applesauce between those two pieces, give me a little bit of sugar, but try to keep things as healthy as we can. Calories, I get a lot of food throughout the day. That's something I'll talk about in later videos, but try to minimize processed food, try to minimize added sugar. I have to get a lot of carbohydrates, so you have to have those things from time to time to make sure you're getting enough food, but we try to minimize. Knowing we need it, we still try to minimize in terms of bad foods or lower quality. No food is a bad food, but just lower quality stuff. We try to get as much whole food, high quality, high micronutrient nutrition as possible to keep our bodies healthy, keep my body healthy. Us meaning athletes that do higher intensity stuff. That's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoy watching these workouts. I hope that it motivates you to go out and pursue your own fitness. If you have comments, questions, comment down below. Subscribe. I'm trying to think of what all they say. Like the video, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you can see the next video that's posted. Check out what I did this week in terms of training. And if you are looking for an online coach, if you're looking for someone who does functional fitness, you can message me and I'll send you some information through Instagram. My Instagram is Dalton_Ray. I'll put that in the links as well. You can follow me. I'm trying to do a lot better about posting stuff. I'm pretty active on stories versus my feed, so kind of interact with me. Check out my lifestyle, things I do on the day-to-day. But other than that, you guys, I'm cooked.